Good morning. We've got a cold one today. Frost, heavy frost. Everything was white this morning. It's starting to burn off now. The sun's coming up, but yeah, it's cold. It's supposed to be decent though the next couple of days, like up in the 60s and maybe even 70s. So that'll be nice. Got a little fertilizer we're going to try and spread out this morning in the spreader yet. Going right across the road into this field, so it's a close one. Well, we're about done with this field. The section we have left is kind of between the tile lines here. You can see the map. So I did the rows up here that didn't have tile lines, and then we just got this section right in here. And if I go straight with the rows, the way the rest of it's been spread, we're going to be bouncing across them all. But since it's long and skinny and it kind of angles with the tile lines, we're just going to drive between them and freehand it. Alright, well, we got this one done. According to our scale, we got 1,500 pounds left in here. What does that look like? Just like that. That's about right, man. That's going to push it right to the back. That's awesome. Okay, well, we're going to try and spread that out. We got a little across the lane we can do. This is the field with our double crop beans in it. Yeah, they're done now. They're a little frosty. Maybe a couple weeks before we can get to them yet. We're just spreading the end rows along. I'm not actually going through the double crop beans. I don't want to run them over, but we used every bit of the growing season this year, didn't we? From the early frost with our March beans, trying to make sure we didn't die from that, to right up to the first frost of the fall. We had growing crop the whole time. Well, let's see what we got now. Just a tiny little bit. Okay, cool. Well, we're just gonna drive around up here and spread that out. Got it empty. All right, good deal. Well, I don't know what we're gonna spread next. I've got some potash I'm getting ordered to keep spreading, different fertilizer. So we need to get that. And I'm waiting on some mag lime to come for some of those last bean fields that we harvested. So see which one of those comes first, but we got lots of spreading to do yet. Also, the air has a very distinctive chicken litter aroma this morning, which means that the chicken litter spreader people are in the area and getting that stuff spread, so Dad can start running the ripper again as soon as they get that spread. The field in the back here where we had the March beans is getting that litter on it, and it smells like they're back there. Now, the neighbor right next to us was getting some too, so it sounded like they had started in there last night, but they weren't on ours yet, so maybe this afternoon. Well, let's go combining. Get our oil checks done. Keep moving here. We got to figure out where our NCGA entry is going to come from, what block, and isolate that out. Don't harvest it today, because we're doing that tomorrow morning. It looks like such good corn. Well, we're running again here. It is good corn, and it is fun to shell. 240, 230. I mean, those are not bad numbers, right? Those are not bad numbers. All right, well, we'll see what we get here today. We're going to leave a block over that way. That's the 112-day corn. We're kind of right on the split. And we'll leave a block over this way of the 111-day corn for our NCGA trial. We aren't going to win at this point. There's no way. But we're still going to measure them out and turn them in. We should get respectable numbers. I'm sure we can get a block that's well over 250. And those are good. So, and we may jump to the south edge here and kind of work our way north, just as I'm trying to figure out where the best place to leave stuff is. I'll jump around a little today. We've made it to the longer rows now, a full half mile, and it's making Brock work. We're getting basically a full combine tank on one pass. Get a little bit farther, but she's full. What would I do with a 12 row? All right, we're gonna take this pass. This is the second pass along our pipe that did not get any water. That one did, this one didn't. you can see the difference in the plants. Like, oh my gosh, that's so much healthier and looks so much better. Let's see. We will see. We didn't get anything down in the ones. Like, this is clearly not as good a corn here. The water worked. It did its job. There was our riser, so right up to about where our backbone started is what didn't get watered, somewhere right in here. So let's let the combine clean out here and we'll see what it says. About the same as the last one, it looks like. First pass was 198. This one made it over 200. 205. How far is it going to go? Goodness. There was a little bit from the last pass, just to finish, since I turned the unloading auger off on there. So 207, somewhere between 200 and 207. I mean, that's not terrible dryland corn. That's not bad at all, but it's not what the rest of this stuff is. You know, so clearly our water helped. The question is how much. I would say at this point we're looking at a bare minimum 30 bushel increase, probably closer to 40, maybe 50, depends on, yeah, we'll have to compare. Maybe we'll do that with the next pass too. We'll just do the same thing. When we do take the next pass, we'll see what that one says. Just finishing that pass, the half that did get watered, our average went all the way up to 230, 231, 232. So yeah, the irrigation made a big difference. Yeah, it's different. It's just different. Right next to the pass we just did, it's much better corn. We're going to stop up here just like we did on the last one in about the same spot, and we'll see what our monitor says. So the last time we stopped right there, it said 207. $245. We'll call that 245. Okay, well, that's 38 bushel increase, pass to pass. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and round that up to 40 because, like I said, that first pass, there was just a little bit from the previous pass over there after I shut the unloading auger off that counts as part of that load that was irrigated, so it would have brought the average up just a little bit. But yeah, we'll call that a 40 bushel increase from our 360 rain this year, and we'll have to do some math from there, and we'll keep watching stuff. But if we can increase our yields by 40 bushel, that's going to pay for it. It's going to take a little longer at $3 corn or $3.50 corn than it was at $5 or $5.50 corn, but it's still worth it. All right, well, I split the field in the middle here, right down our path, and we did the stuff in the front, and kind of we're leaving that block in the back. That's where we're going to do our NCGA entry from tomorrow for that variety. So we're going to jump south now and do some over there. You can see we just kind of left this block. Yeah, the ground back here, down there, it's kind of lower river bottom ground. It's a little bit better than the stuff up here. You can see it in the yield map. There's a sand ridge that runs along here, and this side of the field is generally better, so that's where we pull our entries from. Picking and choosing, right, dude? Find the best spot in the field. We've got 2 full trucks over there. The grain cart will be full after this round, so we're gonna go ahead and quit after this round and get some lunch, get the trucks emptied, get caught back up here. We had a good morning so far. I mean, we're up to 85, 86 acres done in this field. What we start at 63, so we're over 20, almost 25 acres in for the day, and it's just lunchtime. That's good. I'm trying to decide, so we've got another variety over here that we've got to figure out where our block is going to be to do our NCGA entry. And you can kind of see some differences just looking across. I don't know how well that shows up on the camera, but where there's a little bit more upper leaf tissue and it's just the plants are more intact, and it looks like there's a really good spot over there. So we're kind of jumping around, probing a little bit. We're gonna do make some passes, jump over there several rounds, see. We'll just see. We're trying to find the best spot. This variety seems to be a little bit better than the other variety was. full. It's full. Oh, we're up to 87. All right. Well, let's go grab some lunch, get some trucks emptied. 232 plus 5%. It's good corn. It is good corn. And it seems to be more green in that strip that we just did down here than it was up here. So, climbing. Be interesting to see what we get back in here. We've never watered this triangle back here before because it's more river bottom ground. We couldn't reach it with the hard hose traveler, but we did reach it with this. So that one will be interesting. We might get there this afternoon. Got quite a line at the elevator today. Ah, the line's gone. Cool. Let's go shell some more corn. I wiped the windows down. They're slightly cleaner. All right, let's see what we can get done today. We're gonna throw the drone up here the next round or so. Well, I was gonna put the drone up, but then the battery said that it wasn't charged, or it was charged too long ago, so you have to redo it. And it was fully charged, but whatever, it's fine. It's fine. We jumped over and took this pass down here, back over there. Better, much better. That pass 265 average, so. Corn is getting better farther south we move in this field, which I kind of said that's what was going to happen. So yeah, that's good. That's good. There we got a little drone footage. Although I downloaded the files and 3 of them it says didn't come through or are corrupt or so. I don't know. We'll have to try it with the computer later and hopefully you got it all. We'll see. Anyway, this corn is getting markedly better. It is noticeable over here. This variety definitely stepped it up, which is good. It makes me feel a little bit better. So you can see the yield map turning greener, especially on the front half of the field. We don't have the yellows up there like we did on the north end of the field with the other varieties. So that is good. It's helping. It's bringing our average up. So yesterday when we quit, the combine field average was 228. We've got that brought all the way up to 235, and we know that that is low. So we're approaching a 250 average up here. We aren't quite there yet, but we're getting close to it. It'll be interesting to see how much these triangles drag our average down with the end rows that we've got to do on them. It will definitely, but by the point where we get there, we're going to have a lot of acres, right? And so the more acres you've got, the less the drastic changes from doing a little bit of pour. We are already pushing 100 acres done in this field, and so when we do those end rows over there, it's, you know, they're going to drag the yield down some, but it won't be as much as if we only had, say, 20 acres done or something like that. So we'll keep going across here. We're going to finish out this block that we're doing right here, and then we're going to go work on these long rows. We're going to split this one again and save our NCGA entry for this variety from that block. We'll do this front stuff off and start working those triangles. We are cranking some bushels through the combine. 3,500 bushels an hour. I haven't seen 4,000 yet, but we aren't pushing it real hard. I mean, we could be driving faster if I wanted to be. We don't need to, because I can barely keep up with the trucks as it is. So doing 3,000 to 3,500 bushel an hour is pretty good. I'm happy with that. With an 8-row head, that's pretty good. Anybody else doing lines in the combine? Apparently we're full. I don't know. I would have filled those trucks up. Front, neither one of them is full. It's fine. We got a grain cart full. I guess we got to go empty trucks. Well, we're making progress. Look how green it turned down there. That's awesome. That's good. That's good. Makes me feel better. Our yield has climbed about 10 bushel to the acre since we started this morning, which is means that the corn we've done today has been at least like 20 bushel better, because we're about double what we did yesterday, and then everything yesterday. So that's good. That's really good. It's amazing that any air can get into our cleaning fan. Look how much this chaff sticks to everything. Whoa! You guys okay? Are you okay? Are you upside down? Is that better? Is that better? That's better. Not only is the 111 day better yielding than the 112 day, it's also drier. We went from 21 to 22 down to 18 to 19, it looks like. So, and the test weight picked up 57. That's good. That 111 day corn is so good. All right, well, we'll get our 2 trucks empty. Phil's gone, so he can go unload the grain cart and come back. Got 3 lights on our wet bin here. 1, 2, 3. Top 2 are not. So we're getting full, but it's not full. We'll keep shelling for a while. Might be full by the end of the night. We might have to let it run for a while tonight. I'm gonna take a climb and check on our bins. This one we're on now is not full, but got about 3 rings left, it seems. But we're filling the big bin right now. We'll go see where that one's at. Yeah, this is that one. So 3 rings to go. It's a little high on that side, a little low on that side. We kind of thought that we would leave the rest of that in case we got some corn that was 15, 16%. Coming out of the field. We could put it on the top of that bin, because that'll get hauled out first, so it'll be cold. It'll be done in January, February. We won't have to worry about it molding or anything, like if we stored it into the winter or into the summer. I mean, this bin, that corn's going to be in there for a long time. Probably going to be too dusty to see anything. For sure. Can't see anything. That's just air blowing out of it. Oh well. Dryer's running good, coming out at 15%, 14.9, 1,400 bushel an hour. That's good. All right, 2 empty trucks. Let's go back to harvesting. Ah, we've made it to this pass. Remember this pass? This is the one where the rain kind of had a little, I don't know, it freaked out. GPS issues, and we ran over a bunch of corn. So, you know, this pass is going to be no good and going to kill our average, but This is the only pass that was like this. That is raccoon damage. That's all coon damage out there. Yeah, right next to all the trees we've got here. Oh, well. That's coon damage too. Oh man, double whammy on this one. Yep, it showed up. Why? Why do we do that? I don't understand. It happens a few times a day. Well, we made 237, but it's about to drop because we got more end rows to do. We got to do some along the trees and along the river that it's not going to be very good. But we'll open this triangle up here and see what we got. I can't see anything. Can you see anything? I can't see anything. I can see the yield monitor. Holy crap, we got some good corn in here. Like all of a sudden this, I don't know what to make of it. That's good. So these triangles are right along the river. Like this is the river, this angle here. And so it's the lower ground, the heavier ground, the ground that doesn't really need irrigated as much. And yeah, the yield is better. We're turning very green. That's good. It's really good. I'm happy with that. I'm excited to get back in here. But we got these end rows done, and they were bad. They weren't horrible bad, but they were bad. But it looks like the corn in this point is actually going to be pretty awesome. And it's not usually the best part in the field, so that's interesting. I'm excited to get back into this one. We can almost see again. Sun going behind the trees. Working these triangles back here where we kind of harvest them separate from the rest of the field means that we're never up by the road where our trucks are. This is where a grain cart driver earns his keep because he's got to hustle to get from back here up to here where the trucks are and back before I need to dump. So usually take 2 dumps off the combine. It's not a full truckload, but it's more efficient than running back and forth every single time. So yeah, it's not so bad when we're kind of close, but as we get farther into that point, and especially when we get back there, you got a full half mile to go just to get up to the road to unload. So if we gotta wait, we gotta wait. It'll be okay. I'm hoping to get this one done tonight. I don't know if we'll make that or not. We're also well, that fuel gauge is creeping down there. We're not empty, got a ways to go, but I don't know if we're gonna make it that far. There's just much better corn back here. I feel better today. Things are gotten better. Look how green our map is back here. That makes me feel happier. There's a grain cart over there. He doesn't turn his lights on because I don't know why. But he's coming. He's hustling. He's hustling. He'll make it. The next one, however, it gets farther and farther every time. Oh, there's the lights. Focus. Too dusty. There it is. The moon coming up over there. Very nice. Before we get to the very tail end of this video, if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please hit that subscribe button. Give that video a thumbs up, hit the like button there, and feel free to leave comments down below. I always say that at the end, but a lot of you don't make it to the end. So, I'll say it now, even though we're probably a half an hour into this video. It's all right. You could also go over to Farm Focus, check it out, grab yourself some Motorview Farms apparel, merchandise stuff. I would appreciate that. And make sure you're following me on Facebook, Instagram, all the other socials and stuff. I don't post a lot there, but I do sometimes, so make sure you're following along. But really, subscribe. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's the important one. It's free. Ooh. Oh, it's even better now. Look at that. Nice. Now we're going to get this point done. Just a few little short passes here to do. And then we've got one round or one pass that goes back up to the road, and I think we're going to call it for the night there. it is. Come on, go away. There, 805. So, yeah, that's what we got left. What a good day. Up to 140 acres. What did we start with? 63, I think. What's that? Over 80? No, almost 80. 77. That's a good day. We are down to 1 bar on the fuel gauge, though. It just went to 1. It was on 2 for a long time there, so we'll go up to get her up by the road, call it for the night. We'll make sure we get fuel trailer brought up here in the morning and finish it, or fill this thing back up, because it's not going back to the farm anytime soon. We got about 30 acres, or a touch over 30 acres to finish here, and then we've got 14 acres that's a mile and a half or 2 miles that way, I guess a mile east and a mile north. And then from there, we're going east for the next 95 acres that's that way. So those are the goals, to get all of that done before the end of the weekend. Brock's got enough room in that truck to get everything off the cart, and the other truck over there is full. So when he gets unloaded, I'm going to ask him for a total weight for the field. We'll compare that to the combine, see how low we are. But we brought our field average up about 10 bushel the acre today. That is good. I feel lots better. This stuff over here was really good. And again, this pass stands out, right? Well, that's the one that didn't get any water. Those 2 passes there compared to the one next to it, like, that's all you need to see to say, yep, the irrigation made a huge difference. So, did the rain make grain? It did indeed. Did it make enough grain to pay for itself? Well, not in 1 year. But I think it was worth doing. And this stuff back in here was really good. This block is going to be excellent. And I'm really curious to see what we've got back here, because like I said, we've never irrigated this side of it before, and it should be similar to this type of dirt. So hopefully the yield creeps up a little bit farther, and we'll see. And this block here is the different variety. It's the same as what's in the back here. So if this happens to be better than what this was, we'll just scratch that and do our yield contest back there. My superintendent guy won't like it because the rows are angled, but hey, you do what you gotta do. So
field total so far 2,070,305.
wet weight 2,070,305. So we're almost 100,000 pounds light. Okay, let's do some math. So that math makes our yield monitor 10 bushel low. That's a 247 average. That's pretty good corn. That's really good corn. We might hit 250 yet. That's good enough back there. We might get to 250. It's going to have to average closer to 270 for us to do that, but it's possible. All right, let's take the trucks home. Unfortunately, Brock doesn't know how to drive that one. He would argue that, but I'm not trusting him to drive that one. It's the manual. The other one, I don't know if that's the blue one or a gray one, but he can drive that one just fine. Oh, the yellow light's on. We got a lot of wet corn around. We shelled a lot of corn today, so that's expected. 20 truckloads. We brought in 20 truckloads today. That's a good day. That's a good day. I mean, the dryer's cranking it out, 1,900 bushel an hour. That's moving, so it's not like we're drying it slow. Well, we're going to let the dryer run for a while tonight, so I'm going to come back and shut that off later. But putting out 2,000 bushel an hour, it isn't going to take long to draw that down, at least halfway until it gets into some of that wetter corn, and then it slows down a little bit. But we don't have to let it run all night and get empty. Tomorrow will be a little bit of a slower day because we've got that 30 acres we can do, but then we've got that NCGA entry stuff I'm going to have to mess with. And we've got to move, or we've got a couple of smaller fields. It's just going to be a slower day. We won't get as many acres, and so the dryer should have some time to catch up. Phil wants to haul a load of dry corn in and get some fuel for one of the trucks. So I will just do that. So I might have a little more fertilizer to spread in the morning. I don't know. We'll see. They haven't hauled in the stuff that I'm waiting on yet, but I do have that map and them boxes, and some of it goes on that field up there. So depending on where exactly it goes, we might load the spreader up and take it up there. Mess with that. So anyway, thanks for watching this one. Check back tomorrow to see the final results of the rain irrigated field, and moving on to the next stuff. We're going to end up into some 102-day corn tomorrow that may be 15%. We're going to go from some of the wettest to some of the driest, I think. But that's just the way it's going to go. So anyway, have a great night. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow. My wife is going into the porch and garage decorative pumpkins business for next year. And she has honed in her skills on our house, and they look fantastic. And we will be taking orders for ridiculously overpriced porch pumpkin decorations for next year. So if anybody would like to pay me, or my wife, not me, $1,000 for some pumpkins like that, send me an email. We will deliver within reason, meaning, within 10 miles or so. If outside of that, delivery charges apply.